Group Advanced Concepts number 4 by Amanda Flores. So the instructions for this presentation were to walk the audience through every step that was involved in generating acetyl CoA from pyruvate, and we're also asked to focus on any cofactors needed to show how this process is reset at the end to allow for another pyruvate molecule to bind. So some background information. This information was given to us with the instructions. So here we were told that in order to go from glycolysis to citric acid cycle, we first must harvest pyruvates into acetyl CoAs. This process involves many small steps which result in the main entrance of the citric acid cycle. So here we have from pyruvate to acetyl CoA, and when this transition is happening, we have to know that pyruvate is the product of glycolysis, and in order to enter the next pathway, it has to undergo several changes to become acetyl CoA, which then leads into the citric acid cycle. So this, from pyruvate to acetyl CoA, is a 3-step process. So in step 1, you have like the carboxyl group removed from the pyruvate, and then which results into a 2-carbon hydroxyethyl group, which is bound to the enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase. This step happens twice. Well, actually, the first of the 6 carbons from the glucose molecule are removed, and it happens twice for every molecule of glucose metabolized. So 2 of the 6 carbons will be removed at the end of both of those steps with the glucose molecule. So step 2, the hydroxyethyl group is then oxidized to an acetyl group, where the electrons are picked up by NAD+, which then forms NADH plus hydrogen. So the NADH will be used later on. So moving on to the 3rd step. The enzyme which is bound to the acetyl group is transferred to the CoA, which produces a molecule of acetyl CoA. And once it is in acetyl CoA, you can move into the next pathway, which is the citric acid cycle. So I think I covered it all. I'm not sure I went too much into depth with the cofactors because I was a little bit confused on what cofactors, but this is my presentation. So pyruvate to acetyl CoA is a really short transition. It's just 3 steps, which is getting rid of the CO2, NAD+ inserted, and then the coenzyme A going. So yes, that's the end. Thank you.